Hello, my Aspire family. My name is DJ Prasad. I'm a personal trainer of over 25 years, and I'm hoping to bring some of that experience to help you. Question: how many of you out there have knee pain? Starting knee pain, you've had knee pain for a long time, you're going through something that's very acute, maybe it's pretty manageable, but it's there. Especially, how many of you out there have these knee pains and you want to work out, you want to train, but you're not sure what to do because it's been getting in the way. First of all, if that is happening to you, contact me, aspirehigherfitness@outlook.com. Let's have a chat and see if I can help you do that. Otherwise though, pay attention here and let me give you a few different techniques that you can use to minimize the issues that you are having. Alright, let's start off. Now, first things first, for any of you, if you have balance issues, now you don't see them on either side of me here where my hand's cut off, but I have a wall on each side, so that way, if I am having trouble with balance, I can put my hand on a wall if I need it. What I'm going to start off with, quad stretch. So I'm simply going to grab my ankle. Now, big thing here, push those knees together. You want to push those hips forward, and you want to make sure that you're pushing through the hip. You want to make sure you feel the stretch down the front of those quads. Again, if you're having issues with your balance, just hold on to something. But otherwise, keep you nice and proud. You're going to hold that stretch for 10 seconds, 10-15 seconds roughly. What we do to one, we do the other. So we're going to grab that one, push those knees together, lift the chest proud, and again, you want to extend through that hip a little bit to feel that quad stretch. Just from that side view, again, walls right here if I need it, grab that ankle, push those knees together, hips forward, and when we get that nice squeeze stretch through that quad in the front, what we do to one, we do to the other, of course, again. So grab the other ankle, push those knees together, lift that chest proud, and feel that heel come up to the bum. Always keeping that core nice and tight, knees in nice and tight. Next thing that we can also use, of course, we've got our hamstring stretch. Now with this one here, we're going to dig my heel, I'm going to lift that toe, chest is proud, I'm aiming my chest towards my knee. I'm going to hinge my hip back, and I'm going to draw forward. I'm going to get that stretch right from the base of my glute down to the back of those knees. I hold that stretch, and again, of course, 10-15 seconds. And like I said, what we do to one, we do the other. So of course, I'm going to dig that heel, I'm going to lift that toe, hinge those hips back. I'm going to drop my knee, throw my chest towards my knee. Again, feeling the length through that hamstring stretch. I'm going to open it up. Many of our issues, our pains come from a lack of mobility. Now, another one that we can use here. Now, when we do this one, rest this one here, nice and controlled. So again, I'm just going to hold on to something. All I'm going to do on this one here is I'm just going to go into a kickback. So nice and proud, and I'm kicking my heels up. If you need that balance, great. If you don't, just remove your hands. But all I'm doing is I'm keeping my knees together, bring my heel into my bum, kicking my legs back. I'm forcing the contraction of those hamstrings. Of course, mobility is one thing that we need to prevent injury, but strength is another. So we're doing a bit of a lift into that motion as well. Again, keep that rep rate into about 15 to 16 reps each. Next thing here, coming into a hold while we do this one. I'm going to hit the floor for this part here. So just a simple bridge. All I'm going to do, so again, I'm going to lift my toes up. So I want my heels to be dug in. And I'm going to pop to my hips into that bridge motion. I'm going to drive my hips up. Count 1, 2, 3. Drop down, back up. Hold 1, 2, 3. Drop down, pop up. Hold 1, 2, 3. Drop down. So you always do that 3-second hold. And again, keeping that rep range about 10 to 15 reps at a time. Doing what's comfortable, of course. You want to move in what's comfortable. You don't want to push it just because I'm saying, oh, do this many reps. Move in a range that's comfortable. Remember, we're doing this to help heal the knee, try to help fix the knee or prevent any issues that we might be having through the knee. So take your time, move at a comfortable pace. And again, like I said, if you need help, always feel free to contact me at aspirehigherfitness@outlook.com. Just email me. We can always help you through if you need anything there. Alright, now that is just our basic bridge. Now, when we're doing that basic bridge, that is one thing here, but another one that we can always help with here is going to those calves. Again, nice and proud, holding on to something if you need. And as the sound of the calf raise, we're just going to lift onto the toes, quick pause, control our way down. Lift onto the toes, quick pause, control our way down. How does this all help our knees? Well, straight through the muscle here, extending up through those toes. We're moving through that knee joint here. All of those squat motions, bend motions, working through the hinge of that joint. Remember, a knee is not just a joint. A The knee has got muscles above, we've got muscles acting below, we've got tendons, we've got ligaments. It's a very complex structure. So give it the love that it needs, because if your knees are moving, you're moving. If your knees can't move, you can't really either. So again, knee injuries, they come from things like running and overuse injuries, repetitive use injuries. They're coming from things like, again, that hard step in a wrong direction. All these various things. Our bodies in some ways can be fragile. Let's pay attention to make it stronger. Let's keep going. All right, so of course, let's go into our clamshells now. Now a clamshell, I'm gonna lay back down, but with this one, I keep my knees together, so my heels together on this one. So I'm actually going to be using my knees as a parting motion. So where does this work? We're focusing into that glute. Strong through the glute. Make sure that we are controlled, focused, and proud through into those hamstrings. Making sure we have a nice balance through the legs. Muscle balance equals less muscle injury. So focus the glute to help through those hamstrings, which of course supports those quads, antagonist, protagonist muscles, right? So from there, I'm just going to lay flat. Again, my heels are going to be together. I'm just going to lay comfortably on my side and pull my heels into my bum, and just going to lift my heels up a little bit. Knee in and out, knee in and out, just like so. Clamshell motion. So if you want to make it a little harder, extend those hips, and then same thing here. Now with that one, making sure that we try to keep those heels lifted. The more I bring those legs back, the harder it is to keep my heels off the ground. So of course, when we do the one, we do the other. So same thing again. You're just going to bring those heels in. Right now, again, I'm lifting my heels more to the front, so it's a little easier from here, but if I want to make it harder, bring those legs back. Keep those legs lifted, going into that clamshell motion. Keep those heels tight. So again, with that one rep range, we're looking about that 10, 15 reps. That's going to be kind of our theme, is always 10 to 15 reps, 10 to 15 seconds if we're using time versus rep. Now then, of course, we've got our wall sits. Let's force a little stability now. We talked about mobility and flexibility. We talked about strength. Now what about stability? So again, now here I need my wall, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my heels sitting in about 90 degrees. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop my bum down, knees to 90 degrees. You bet it, probably bring back some of those traumatic memories from high school or junior high. Wall sits, maybe punishment through basketball, things like that. Running sports that cause injuries to those knees. But again, here, I'm focusing stability into those knees. My quads are flexing, my glutes are working, keep the chest proud, my shoulder, my back, my head, my low back, all this I'm pushing into the wall to focus here to make sure I give my knees this force through my joint, strengthening into the muscles and the tendons there. Notice I didn't say ligaments, because ligaments are not something you train that way. Tendons are kind of a mixture of a muscle and a tendon in a way, is an easy simplification way to think of it. But in that way, you can strengthen the ability of a tendon, whereas a ligament you cannot. So we're focusing on musculature and tendon. And then the last one, a little more mobility work here. Chest proud, hands wherever you want for your balance. If you need something to hold on to, use it, but the good old-fashioned lunge. Chest is up. Remember, we're going to extend those hips as we push through our lunge, alternating sides, back and forth, just showing from that side view. And again, pushing those hips forward. We don't want to be leaning over the leg. What I mean by that is, we don't be here. We'll be up proud, one step, one push. When I push those hips forward, I feel the heft or the flexibility of my hips, right? Extend those hips forward so you can open those up. Loose muscles, get rid of tightness. Tightness allows for mobility. Mobility increases the range of motion and flexibility. And when we have all those things come together, we have a beautiful thing called no pain. I hope that was helpful for everybody there. Give those a whirl again. 10 to 15 seconds, 10 to 15 reps, depending on which one you're doing, and use as you see fit. This is to help you, right? As an aid, go at a comfortable pace, as many reps as you're comfortable to do, gradually increase, and once again, if you need that help, contact me, aspirehigherfitness@outlook.com. That is my email. My name again, BJ Prasad, 25 years experience that I want to help you with, so give that a whirl, and I hope it helps. Talk to you guys soon.